Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. So in today's tutorial we are going to cut out this pattern we made in our last tutorial. I believe you remember this peplum pattern. I got a request to stitch this particular peplum for you to see from one of my subscribers, and I decided to do this video to let you see how this peplum is actually going to turn out to be. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comments on the comment section below and your suggestions as well. Okay, so right now we are going to start off this video right away, and I'm making use of this fabric. So the fabric I have in here, I laid it in 4 pieces. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, you can see that. So now I'm going to cut this fabric right away. I have 4 layers of this because I'm going to interface, use one as lining for the right part. That I have 2 on the right, 2 on the left. I believe you understand. You know this pattern is 2, as you can see in that picture. I have 1 this way, I have the other this way. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 for the peplum and 1 for the lining. Okay, so I'll be placing this fabric right on these 4 layers right now. I'm going to place it and I'm going to add my seam allowances. Okay, so I'll be adding my seam allowances of 0.5 all around this pattern. All right people, so right now I'm done adding my seam allowances all around. As you can see, I have 0.5 inch all around added to this pattern. Okay, so right now I'm going over to my table right now and I'm going to place an interfacing to the lining part of it. Okay, right away. Okay, then I'm going to stick it on it and then we continue to stitch. We'll start stitching this peplum right away. So if you look at this fabric right now, you can see I have a notch on this line. Okay, remember this line is going to be laid like this after we must have finished stitching this on the upper piece of our fabric. So this part I notched it. Can you see the notch? And I also notch on this part. Okay, so that will help me after stitching. I'll be making use of these notches to know where to fold my fabric. Okay, so let's go and interface this, then we'll come back to start stitching it to the upper or half scale body. All right, beautiful people, so right now you can see I'm done interfacing right now. So you can see my interface, I have it on both sides. Okay, I decided to interface, so it depends on the kind of interfacing you are making use of. If you are making use of a stronger interfacing like a peplum stay or whatever, you can just interface on one side. Okay, but I have a lighter interfacing here. I decided to do interface the both. Okay, so it can give me that standing effect. Okay, all right, so now this part is going to lay like this. Okay, because I'm going right now to stitch on my machine. So once I fix it on the upper piece of my bodies right now, this is what I get, and this one will be fixed like this. Can you see? So you see that we have that effect on the picture exactly as it should be. Okay, all right, so now I'm going over to my machine right now and I'm going to turn the interfacing the other way. I'm going to turn the peplum the other way and I'm going to stitch at 0.5 seam allowance, which I added all around. Okay, then I'll give it a good press and bring it back for you to see. So right now you can see I'm done stitching the right and the left side of my peplum. So you can see it, I've given it a good press. This is the right side and this is the left hand side of it right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is to locate the notch. I need to match up what I have on my notch. Okay, can you see? I'm going to match it up this way and secure it with my pin, because that is where I have the turning point, and I make sure I match everything. Can you see? I'm matching everything, okay, like this. So once that is done, I'll also pick up this on the notch, and I make sure I match the notches like this. Okay, because this is how I'm going to stitch it once I get to the machine. Okay, so I'm going to stitch like this, and that is why I'm pinning it this way. Can you see that? So right now this is what I have right away. Can you see? All right, so the next thing now is to bring the skirt part. This is going to be attached to the skirt part, and I have my skirt part in here. That is the skirt part of this gown. This is the skirt part of this gown. So in here you can see I have my darts. Okay, I've already sewn my darts. So right now I'm going to match up my two darts together to get the center front. So I'm going to make a notch at the center front. So this center front right now, that is where I'm going to start fixing my peplum. So you can see my notch at the center front right now. So I'll pick up my peplum, but before that I have a waist of 40 inches. Okay, so from here to here I should be measuring 10 inches. Okay, so I'll take my measurement and make a mark of 10 inches, because that is what I have for my peplum. So I'll make a mark. So this is where I'm going to start my 1-inch stitch seam allowance for my skirt. So I'll also measure from here to here at 10 inches, and I'll make a mark. Okay, so you can see my mark for my seam allowances. Okay, all right people, so now I'm going to fix this from the center front. So I'm going to pin right away. I'm pinning from the center front to this, okay, 10 inches. I'll also do the same on this part. All right, beautiful people, so right now this is what I have. Okay, I've pinned and secured with my pins. Okay, so let me just keep it in a way you can see it clearly. So you can see the peplum right now. I've secured it at the center front. This is the center front, and you can see how it's laying in here. Okay, all right, so I pinned from beginning till the end. Okay, so I held it with my pin till the end. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to pick up this edge. I'm going to pick up this edge, and I'm going to also secure it at the side of my seam line. So I'm going to secure it like this. Okay, so once that is done, you see that flare effect coming out like this. Okay, all right, so you can see the flare effect in here. So once I stitch at 0.5 right now, and take my stitches at 0.5 and I attach this to the upper bodies, this is what you are going to see on both sides. Okay, I'll also do the same thing I did in here. I'm also going to pin by the sides of this other one as well. Okay, so I'll go to my machine right now, run my stitches. I'm running my stitches from here at 0.5, and I'll take it all the way till the end. And once I get to this end, I'll also pin up here, as you can see, and I'll also run my stitches. Okay, so it will be on the skirt like this as you are seeing it right now. So once that is done, I'm going to fuse the upper part of my garment right now. So I'm going to fuse it and finish up this skirt. And right now it's time for me to start fusing this together, and I thought of showing you how you can fuse this. Okay, so right here you can see the peplum. Can you see that everything has been fixed and stitched? You can see that. Okay, and stitched by the side. So I have this skirt as one piece together with the peplum in it. Okay, all right, so having done that, the next thing I want to do now is to pick up my upper bodies. I've prepared my upper bodies right now. This is it. Okay, as you can see, so I'm picking up only the fabric front. You can see that I separated the back and the front. So this is the fabric front alone. That is what I'm going to fuse to this part right now. Okay, so I'm going to make a notch to determine my center front. Okay, so that is my center front, and I'm going to merge the center front to the center front of the skirt. Okay, so I'll secure it with my pins right away. All right, so I'll keep pinning till I get to the end, and I'll go to my machine and I'm going to stitch to the end. Okay, so once I do that, I'll have it as one piece right now. That is the lower piece and okay, so let me just quickly stitch it. I'm going to stitch just one stitch right here. Then I'll also stitch the back piece as well. Okay, so I'm going to stitch the back piece of the skirt. I will turn it to the back part of it, and fuse them together as one piece. So right now we are done. Okay, we are done with fusing the half scale bodies to the lower piece of this with the peplums. Okay, so you can see what we have in here. So we have a full gown now. Okay, so I've already put the back together. You can see the back, and this is where I'm going to install my zipper. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to complete this to the hem. Okay, I'm going to complete everything to the hem to have my full gown. Then I'm going to add my sleeve as well. Okay, so that is how you go about this peplum. All right, so thank you very much for watching. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive more videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Okay, so thank you once again, and see you in my next video. Bye.